Your turn, Yugi boy.
What is up, guys? This is Linthio coming at you with a card discussion from the new Maximum Crisis set that is yet to drop in Japan, and it is our next set. So I think it's going to be like March or April for us, something like that. And this one's a very interesting card, one that caught my eye and I was like, oh my god! So it is, and wait for this name, Da'at Metatron, the true Dracomech Soldier. Dracomech Soldier. So it's a pretty long name, and I'll just go straight into it because its effect is pretty different. So it's a light worm effect monster level 9 with 3000 attack and 3000 defense. Its effect reads as follows: requires 3 monsters and or 3 continuous spell or trap cards to normal summon / set, unaffected by effects of cards with the same type monster, spell or trap, as the cards tributed for this tribute summon. If this tribute summon monster is destroyed by your opponent's card by battle or card effect, you can special summon one Earth, Water, Fire, or Wind, Fusion, Synchro, or Xyz monster from your extra deck. Well, that is an interesting effect, so let's break this down. So you can normal summon it. It's not a special summon, which is pretty decent. It's a normal summon. You can normal summon it by tributing 3 monsters, or continuous spell cards, or continuous trap cards, or one of each, and then what you actually tribute it becomes immune to. So if you tribute all continuous spell cards, then it is invulnerable to spell cards. If you do it for traps, invulnerable to traps, monsters. But if you use one of each, then it is invulnerable to everything, which is pretty ridiculous. Then if it is destroyed by opponent's battle or by their card effect, by the one if you haven't made it immune to already, then you can special summon an Earth, Fire, Water, or Wind, Xyz, Fusion, Synchro monster from your extra deck. So you can basically just have full reign on whatever the hell you want to summon it. It's just such a random card effect, and the summoning mechanic is really interesting, and I know I say interesting a lot, but it is very interesting because it's a normal summon, and that gets around so many different things in my opinion. You can't strike it, you can't stop it with Vanity's Emptiness, you can't stop it with Vanity's Fiend. It's just a really interesting effect on how you get it out. Being a 3000 attack as well and 3000 defense means that your opponent's probably not going to beat over it unless they boost their monster's attack, or they are playing Skull Serpent. It is just pretty weird. Like, I know the whole Dracos get some really interesting boss monsters, but this is probably the best one to date that I've seen. Now you might say, obviously, tributing 3 monsters or 3 of any kind is going to be difficult. It is, and the most likely things that you're going to be able to do is continuous spell cards and obviously monsters. Continuous trap cards might be a little bit difficult, but you know, you never know. You can technically combo this with revival cards like Dragon Souls of the Oasis, or things like Call the Haunted, because then you technically have 2 cards that you can use already, and then it's just a matter of time by finding like continuous spell cards that you might want to use. So I do like it in that sense. It is pretty decent. There is a lot of flexibility in the cards, but it's just about having to try and find it, because do you really want to build a deck around this, or are you really going to slip it into the archetype? Obviously you can use it with, for example, pendulums, which makes it a little bit easier because obviously they are spell cards. So I think that's where the big strength of this card comes in, with the pendulum mechanic. Now obviously Dracos are kind of known for their pendulum prowess, but you know, it is one that is pretty decent. I think the best one to summon is like Exterior, the Naturia one that just negates everything, because that's pretty fun. It's a very important thing that they have put in, saying that if it is destroyed by your opponent's cards. Otherwise, that would be dumb, because you would just play this in Metapho and lock your opponent out by just gaining maximum advantage. So I really do like that clause, because otherwise it would be ridiculous, but it's still very playable. Although your opponent's probably not going to want to get rid of it unless they like kaiju it, for example. Oh, kaijus. So I want to know what you guys think of the new Dracomech Soldier. Do you think it is really good, or do you just think it's just one of those boss monsters that on paper seem absolutely amazing, but in practicality it's just never going to be used? So as I said, let me know down in the comment section below. Make sure to give me a like, comment, subscribe. I should catch you guys later.